let's let's look at this hair. Yes, it'll get cut soon. Within the next couple weeks, that's for sure. All right, let's get on here and just I know you're supposed to have everything together. You're supposed to have everything. Oh, but that's just not happening. Just saying, this is not happening right now. You know? Not everything is coming the way that I'd like it to come. There we go. Me looking at me, looking at me, looking at me, and then looking at me, then looking at me. There we go. Hello and welcome, everybody. Thank you for listening to my Jimber Jamber. And I was thinking of just different things that I could start doing that are going to be more exciting to do. And I think I'm going to be doing a little bit as the weather starts getting warmer. Like it was plus 15 the other day in January in Calgary. But just doing walkabouts downtown Calgary and in around different parts of Calgary and talk about some of the history or little ghosties and things like that. But just adding some more content to my YouTube and then talk about, of course, the astrology. That's what I love. So I'm coming to you with the 411 of the shenanigans. My name is Mary June Tracy, the Guru Mama. And I'm finding it very interesting just listening to how everybody's just freaking out over things, right? Or everything's just getting blown out of proportion, especially with the inauguration of Donald Trump coming up and people freaking out. Over in the UK, things are just getting too extreme. You go over to Germany, the same thing. France, Canada, we're in that volatile year of extremes. We're in a year of everything coming to the surface and bubbling. But you got to take a step back and especially we have Venus coming up to Saturn, and that's going to be very important because Venus is going to retrograde in Aries and then go back into Pisces. She's going to be with Saturn for a while, and she's also going to nuzzle up to Neptune. Venus loves Pisces because she can be that beautiful goddess of enlightenment and luxury and dreams, and you can get into all of the scrumptiousness of what Pisces can allude to, because that's what it does. Pisces has the illusionary, where things can feel elaborated. So she could be in this elaborated, beautiful place. But sadly to say, Saturn's there and he kind of reins her in and says, hey, little girl, this is all a hypocrisy. This isn't the way things are. You got to start looking at some truths here. And this is where I feel like people are going to start, like, they're freaking out and they're worried over the litigation of things. It is as bad as they think things are. They are thinking like, oh my God, this person's coming in as president and all of this is going to happen. Come on, let's just take it down a notch, right? Or people are just freaking out that, oh, we're going to become we're not going to. We're not going to. Or it's that elaboration. Like, people are now, like, they're getting back into that crazy hype. They're wanting some drama in their life. And of course, the South Node is in Virgo. God help us, because Virgo is going to like wanting to overfix things, overdo things. We want to go back to the old ways, the old ideas. And the North is in Pisces, and Pisces, okay, is like, what do you want to set into motion with your dreams? Let's look at some practicality, which is really weird to say about Pisces, right? Practicality, because it's the ether. So we want to look into, this would be a beautiful time to do a vision board. A beautiful time to do a vision board. To looking at the things that are what you are wanting to create, what you are wanting to bring forth. And this is also looking at what is manageable. What is manageable in your life, right? And not trying to overdo, overindulge, and get caught up in the crazy details of it all. This is where we're going to be walking into, you know, the ancients, or we're going to be walking into some beautiful palace, or an old, I'm going to say an old ruin, because that's what I see, an old ancient ruin, and there's a beautiful archway. And it's like, yeah, take a moment to appreciate it, but also be aware of what else is going on in your surroundings. It might be raining and mossy, and what's dripping down from the archway, kind of thing. You don't want to get all that gunk and goo all over yourself. So this is where being able to handle what you can, being aware of what is happening within your world. There is a lot of triggers that are going to be happening. A lot of things and what people say, what's going to happen in the media. It's going to trigger you. It's going to trigger me. This is where it's like beliefs are going to, and outcomes, and being swayed in the wrong, or even get overexcited. There's so many different directions that people are just going to get mixed up into and turned into. It's like being on a turnpike, and it's turning, and you're just not sure. You might get sent this way or that way. It's very good to be centered, grounded. This is what I can handle today. I can look at this. So the last few days I've had to look at a few things that were going on and make some real critical decisions, of what I want to do for my own self, my future. And this is what I can handle, and say, yeah, okay, this is what I can handle. This is what I got to speak up for. And, and allow for that truth to be seen. And sometimes, it's difficult. It is difficult. Things that have come, knowledge and information that has come to me lately has been like, wow, it's been awakening. And it's like, okay, this is what I need to start doing and stepping up for, and not being silenced. Right. And I can do that. This Saturday, I'm having my peek into 2025. So if you want to join me Saturday evening, it's $25. It's going to be on Google Meet, and you can join me. And we'll discuss a lot of the transits that are coming in. I'm going to talk a little bit about what this little wood snake means. I'm not fluent on Chinese horoscopes, so but there's a few things that I do understand and that I discovered. So we'll be discussing that. And if there's any, questions that you may have about as we are entering into 2025. So that is going to be on Saturday evening. So if you're interested, let me know. So I put a link up if you wanted to pay by Visa, MasterCard on my Facebook and stuff, or e-transfer. I don't do PayPal anymore. So PayPal went to the wind. I think a lot of people stopped using PayPal because there's just so many issues. And then there's so many new and that's the other, like, new technology that's going to come out fast, and if you're not wanting to keep up with it, you're going to be lost in it. Okay, this keeps popping up. So the Ten of Swords comes up. A lot of stuff is done, and the Ten of Swords can be harsh because it's letting you know things are done, right? So take some time, take some rest. You're not getting up after that one. But no, there's a new horizon. Things are lifting, things are moving, right? And as they are moving, as the newness and the new day, the new dawn is coming, it's for you to take a little bit of time and say, okay, all of that's done. I've done that, and I've worked on this part for myself, and I'm ready to move in a new direction. But I'm not sure. So the uncertainty is there, definitely. Swords have been coming up a lot. Swords, when it comes to the tarot, it's a hard suit, right? It's air, it's intellect, it's, this is what I see, this is what I know. It's very, you know, I'm going to say Virgo, but Virgo is Earth, right? But Virgo's ruled by Mercury, and Mercury also rules Gemini. So it brings in that wanting to get clarity on things, wanting to get clear. And if you are feeling that your head is all foggy, then it's hard. Like you can get lost in the craziness or what's being spewed out there. And so this is very important for you to take that time to see what it is that you need to see. So the Two of Swords, I'm just pulling up the question for the Two of Swords. Am I ready to focus up my intent and energy into one direction at this time? So looking at what is the direction? Don't get lost by all of this craziness. You know, it's the personal read. Yes, it is. Just for you, Sherry. This is where it's like do not fear. Do not fear the potential outcomes, as fear will only hold you back from finding a position and solution. And this can bring in fear. The Ten of Swords can definitely bring in fear because you're fearful. Oh my God, I don't want to do that again. You're fearful, like, should I have said what I said? Right? But the air needed to be cleared or things had to be brought out. And now you're at a point where it's like, no, I need to refocus on what I need to do, what my focus is, where I need to go. And as I do that, and as I go that, in comes the Page of Swords, but he's reversed. So that means don't go fast. Page of Swords. I mean, look at, he's out there, his hair is blowing in the wind. He's like, whoa, look at me. I have it all, but I can't move. That means don't take everything all in. Take it in bite size. Don't try and overdo things. Don't try and force your hand, because this year is not a year of forcing your hand, right? This is a year of uniqueness. This is a year of allowing yourself to receive the knowledge and work with that knowledge, open up to that knowledge, right? That technology that's coming out, you know, someone who is full of great ideas and plans but has difficulty manifesting them. So a lot of things coming in, a lot of good things coming in. But with this energy, and especially with that Venus and Saturn, they're going to be together for a long time because Venus will be going retrograde in the next while. And this is where way more setup energy. So we got to pay attention. What's being set up? What's being, I was just listening to love him or hate him. I mean, Kevin O'Leary, he's I think he's an ass, but he had some really good things to say, and I'm thinking, in order to broaden yourself, in order to understand things, sometimes you got to listen to the people you don't like, right? Because they may have something good to say. And he was saying, things about Trump, like him or hate him, right? But he throws things out as an anchor to see what he's going to catch, right? So he's throwing this anchor out and it's like way up here and it's crazy and everybody's like, and this is where everybody gets, right? Everybody gets over here. That's this. You get like, oh shit, look at, he said this and blah. And it's like, okay, take a step back. What is actually happening here? What's really on the table? Right? It's a quincunx. What is on the table? I don't understand everything that's on the table, but I know there's things on the table that I need to really take my time with. So what in your life is on the table but you really don't understand? Or the direction of where you're going to go, or what's going to happen within your own self, right? So this is really getting you to get to the meat and potatoes, to get to the grounding, and not overemphasize all the details and all the shit that has to get done, and thinking that I got to do this all and I got to do it all in an hour. And it's like, you're going to get that done in an hour. There's no fucking way. It's just, you're not. Take a step back. There's more to this plan. There's more to what God has to give you, and he's going to show his way in crazy divine timing, right? And I mean, I just got it the other day when I was watching um kind of movies I watch, the Pope's Exorcists, and it's based on a true story. And Father Gabriel was an exorcist. He did exorcisms for the church, big ones. He's written many books. Has a very funny personality. You got to when you're working with the devil. But anyways, there's a metal that is used in these things, and that metal's been coming to me over the past several months, and it's just, I don't know, it just popped up on my feed one day, and then it popped up somewhere else, and then um I was looking for something to for more things for home protection because of a scenario that happened a while ago. But anyways, it's the Benedict metal. And this Benedict metal is very powerful metal. It's a metal that has been used by the Benedictine monks, I think since the 10th century or the 11th century, somewhere around there. So it's been around for 1,000+ years. So it's a very powerful metal. It's very similar to when people use the Solomon seal or something like that, or use, a pentagram or what have you as protection, for their home, or a crucifix and things like that. But this metal is used, and I knew this, anyways, but I forgot it. It's like something because I haven't used it or been around it for a long time, and it's used for protection. It's used in exorcisms and stuff, and it's been coming to me for protection. And I'm just like, oh, so now I'm paying attention to it, and looking at, there's a door handle thing that I'm going to be getting just to protect my home, my place, my family, those things. And it's also where, okay, being a year of the snake, where is the snake in my Chinese horoscope? And I do have a snake, is also a snake is not only for healing, but a snake is really a transformational. The snake rules the south and the south energy. So you want to transform. And what are you transforming? Right? So, because the snake sheds its skin. And if you've ever watched a snake shed its skin, it's not comfortable because they got to rub in between rocks sometimes. And it's depending because it's growing. And this is a huge transformational year of growth and peeling off the old skin, releasing the old, and stepping into the new. So very powerful. And so pay attention because God divine is showing us many different things right now, but we have to pay attention, and we have to go at it in a way where we are not just running the car or running ourselves into the wall. Just saying. So sending you guys out so much love and blessings, and may the Lord and Lady watch over and bless each and every one of you in all you say and all you be and all you do. If you're wanting to join me on Saturday evening, let me know. God bless, and the goddess bless you. Bye-bye, everybody. Talk to you soon.